Hey, good, is it morning? Still morning, right? So I just created a few videos on reloading. And I'm doing one right now for a real estate a question from different friends of mine that has been harassing me because of the condition of the real estate market we're in. And I'm not going to reset my camera and I'm just going to answer the question as I reload, all right? So basically, what's the question? Question is, with the interest rates going down, what do you think is going to happen? So from then on, the question took off on different sensations and different ways. What do you mean by what do you think is going to happen? What they're trying to ask me is that, is this going to continue to go down? The rate's going to continue to go down. Is it going to stop? Do you know when it's going to happen? Or what's the military? What is the real estate industry doing? And being directed to a real estate agent, I already know what's going on. It's either they're homeowners that have missed that change of market, which was March last year when the rates actually stopped, when the prices stopped going up, and the rates either stagnated or started going down. Or if you're a buyer, because hey, you know what? They want the lowest rate, right? They want a rate wherein they can max out in their mortgage, not worry about their payments. Basically, it's an affordability issue. Okay, so and again, I'm not gonna beat around the bush as like most of these YouTubers, so that they could keep you looking at their YouTube videos. I'm gonna answer this right now. I don't know, really, because if there is a real estate agent out there that could tell you me otherwise, aside from I don't know, and they're able to predict, man, I want to know what they're smoking or drinking or high on or whatever. No, there's a lot of real estate agents out there who really know what they're doing. But look, I've been doing this business for since '07. When did I retire from the service? '07, close to 19 years now in September, right? And nobody ever predicted the downfall of real estate during the lending crisis in '09, 10, 11. And I bought my home in '06. You know, if I had known that, man, I would have waited. But conditions nowadays are results in repercussions that are different from 20 years ago, 15 years ago. They'll mention, well, COVID hit, so you'll be able to predict. But that was COVID. Nope, nobody wanted to move. Nobody wanted to sell their house. Actually, nobody wanted to sell their house. Where are they going to move to, right? So the buyers that wanted to buy, hey, you know what? Nothing was moving. So now we're equating those. Is it safe to assume that we can equate the same quandary that we were in 5 years ago to now? Is that what's going to happen? And if it shifted now, would it shift again in a week? Look, every year, ever since I've been in real estate. Whoops, what's beeping? Well, my primer is down and low. Okay, take that down. My primer, which is goes down up there, its tube is low. So, okay, I'll pause reloading and I'll just continue answering the question, right? So, look, nobody is able to predict the outcome of this thing, right? Nobody. When the prices stagnated in March of last year, around March of last year, early March, uh, homeowners were in a predicament. Do I sell now? Or maybe it's going to go up. Here's one thing I know of. When changes happen, it takes time for it to go back to where it was. So, what does that tell you? If the rates are dropping, I don't think it's going to go back up anytime soon. Okay? Now, is there a possibility that it'll just stagnate there and maybe a year or two start to go up? Maybe. But again, that maybe is dependent, or the answers to that maybe, a yes, no, or whatever, is dependent on a lot of variables that we cannot predict. Basically, how is the economy going to handle this? There's going to be another war, etc. What was happening during the China crisis 3, 4, 5 years ago, where a stop was not selling, right? They were predicting, oh, it's the end of the Chinese economy, and everybody panicked here in America. So Ukraine war. So what happened to us? What 20 years ago? 18, 17 years ago, was local. Was a local issue. That's why we weren't able to cope up. And how do you think we're going to cope up when something happens in, I don't know, in Egypt? I'm just saying that. All right? So here's my tip to all you guys buying. Okay? To all you guys buying. I got two tips, one for buyers and one for sellers. You're buying and you are able to afford your mortgage and you need a house now. No way. Just go buy. Okay? If you're a seller and you think that you've already risked enough and maybe it's time to market your home, well, here's the fact. The market shifted March of last year. It's too late now to catch up on what you think your home is priced. I have a few friends up here in Marysville. One of them, we placed their home in the market September, August last year. I told them, I cannot match this price because a block away you got homes that are brand new, and they're just 3 years old, that are selling lower than your price. You know? And that's just, that was just the fact at that time. So if you're a seller and you think that the price of your home is going to go up in the next few months, I highly doubt it, because this takes time for things to change, for home prices to go back up. All right? So there you go. I hope I was able to answer those questions. There's actually 3 different issues that I handled in this loan video by itself. If you're a seller, what do you do? If you're a buyer, what do you do? And what really is going on with the market? You know, are we able to predict that, or what's going on? So hopefully you learned something today. Again, I'm not here to monetize my videos. So I'm reloading while answering a real estate question. Or I don't care. I'm not here to make splendid videos. I'm here to answer questions. Okay? And if you guys got any questions on reloading, shooting, real estate. I don't have a real estate background here. You know, my background is about, as you can see, right? I got to go to my office to have a real estate background. But anyway, yeah, feel free to send me a message. All right? It's Saturday, almost lunch. You guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. Post.